Still recording.
Okay. It's June. In addition to Juneteenth, Pride Month, and Father's Day, this month is also home to Flag Day on the 14th. While the Stars and Stripes have been included on various stamps since 1869, the first definitive, a stamp issued for general circulation to feature the U.S. flag, wasn't issued until 1963. Welcome to the Spellman Spotlight. The Spellman Museum is now on its summer schedule. Public hours are noon to 5, Wednesday through Friday, and Saturdays 11 to 4. The museum can also be opened by prior appointment. Historical reenactor Cheryl Faye returned to the Spellman on Memorial Day weekend as our nation's second First Lady, Abigail Adams. Cheryl played to a full house in our main gallery, telling Abigail's story from her youth in Weymouth to her time as First Lady of the United States, from 1797 to 1801. Cheryl's one-woman show was sponsored by a grant from the Weston Cultural Council. Have you ever wondered what postal stationery is? It's a fun and practical way to send mail. Postal stationery refers to items that already have a specific postage rate prepaid, typically with an imprinted stamp or inscription. Some great examples are stamped envelopes, letter sheets, postal cards, letter cards, aerograms, and wrappers. Just like postage stamps, you can find these goodies at post offices, often with a small surcharge to cover the extra cost of the stationery. You can also check them out at the museum store. For the month of June, our store is having a special sale on all postal stationery. We are offering a 25% discount on our already low-priced items. We're also including any postcards that don't have a pre-printed stamp. Come on by and explore our fantastic collection.
I'm Heidi Price with this month's artifact, the postal scale. Now, here's some context for us. Before 1845, U.S. postage was calculated based on the number of pages in a letter and the distance it traveled, resulting in a very complex system. In those days, envelopes were rarely used, and letters were folded sheets of paper, sometimes sealed with wax. For example, a half-ounce letter could travel up to 3,000 miles for 3 cents. And the recipient often paid the postage. Then, the Act of March 3, 1863, eliminated postage differences based on distance, making rates uniform for the entire U.S. It was all about weight and size. At the Spellman, we have a Triner postal scale in our collection. Postal clerks use this spring-balanced hanging scale to weigh parcels up to 20 pounds. Packages were attached to the hook at the bottom of the chrome-rimmed circular dial. We don't know the exact date of our scale, but we do know the Post Office Department ordered at least 20,000 of this style in 1912. Triner Scales was founded in 1897 in Chicago, and today they are headquartered in Memphis, Tennessee. Triner was one of the earliest and most prolific suppliers of scales to the U.S. Post Office. By mid-century, Triner was equipping the ideal and superior U.S. mail scales with replaceable plastic dials. That way, when the government decided to increase postal rates, a person could merely send for a new dial rather than an entirely new device. After a major rate hike in 1958, the Chicago Tribune reported that Triner scale was being deluged with new orders. The company president said 38,000 post offices throughout the country had requested new scales, and that there were more than 500,000 additional Triner scales in use that would require new charts with the updated rates. Now, the scale design itself remained largely the same over the years of its use. If you look at the two ads shown, you'll see the 1908 model looks basically the same as the one from 1956. Planning to send a letter today? Rates vary by weight, with each additional ounce costing extra. The maximum weight for first-class letters is 3.5 ounces. Are you shipping a package? Both weight and dimensions play a role, and dimensional weight may apply if the package is large and lightweight. Are you thinking about mailing a postcard? It will have a set price, regardless of weight. The size must be 4 1/4 by 6 inches maximum. An oversized postcard requires a first-class letter rate. Come see us at the Spellman. We have amazing artifacts.
Doing a little something different for the interview today. I'm pleased to introduce somebody who might be familiar to most of the Weston community, the Executive Director of the Weston Media Center, Nathan Suher. Nathan, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
Yeah, happy to be here in front of the camera.
Yes, yes. I'm usually on the other side over there.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to have you on to talk a little bit about the partnership between the Weston Media Center and the Spellman. This is something that has been tremendously valuable to our organization to help get the word out about what the museum does. And I know that our partnership goes a long ways prior to the establishment of the what was the update, now the Spellman Spotlight, thanks to your input. And wondering if you could talk a little bit about that and your background with the Media Center.
Sure. I've been with Weston Media Center for almost 12 years, and in the role of director for, oh my God, almost 7 years now. I can't do math right now, but it's about that. And this has definitely been the most rewarding experience of my life, being here as part of Weston Media Center and being part of this town. It's been so much fun and such an education as well. The collaborations that we've had with Spellman has been rewarding as well. Ironically, the whole thing started, I think, almost 10 years ago with an intern that we had who bridged that partnership and created a long-lasting show that was very popular, went on for several years, and that just, from there, extended into a very wonderful partnership, and now it's with you.
I think the first show, that was the Going Postal with Henry Lucas.
Henry Lucas, yes, who was very passionate about history and stamps, and he had his puppet Archie, that was his partner in crime for all the episodes as well, which was a lot of fun. A lot of fun to produce those.
Some of our viewers might be interested in knowing that Archie is now taking up residence in the children's room, so they can still go to the museum and see Archie continuing to promote stamps and everything.
That is wonderful. And I should also mention that that intern is now one of our board members as well. So he has stayed with Weston Media Center and is doing wonderful work with us now as well. So what a great story, I'm telling you.
Yeah. Well, this partnership has been fantastic because you have helped us to get the word out to the community in a way that I don't think we could have duplicated with any other medium. And that to me is the real value of the partnership with the Weston Media Center. I know that we're not the only not-for-profit organization that you represent, and I'm curious of your overall content mix. How much of it is helping to support nonprofit organizations like the Spellman throughout Weston and the greater Metro West?
Well, a decent amount of what we do is supporting local nonprofits in Weston. When I was thinking about this earlier, at first I was thinking, wow, there may be not as many as I thought there was, but then I start going through our content. I'm like, wow, we have a long-standing history with local nonprofits like Land's Sake, Friends of the Council on Aging, Weston Garden Club. It goes on and on. In fact, I think back to my very first days with Weston Media Center, the very foundation of everything we've done is with these local nonprofits. So it is a very high percentage, but what I would say is there is so much more room for growth with nonprofits. There is a website that I have tabbed on my browser, and I think there's about 155 nonprofits or so in the town of Weston.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
At least. And I don't know how up to date that is.
Yeah.
But that just goes to show that, only a small percentage of those, as I was going through it, I realized that, we've worked with them on this and that. I mean, a lot of them, maybe several dozen, which is a lot. Yeah. But the opportunities to work with more are right there. And I really would hope that all of these nonprofits still out there in Weston realize that we are a source. We are here to help promote their nonprofit. If they have an event coming up, if they want to share what their institution's about, what their nonprofit's about, we can help them create a public service announcement, help promote their event, create a show with what we're doing like right here, right now with you. So this is an opportunity that they have in what Weston Media is all about, connecting the community to agencies, nonprofits, so that they can learn, educate, inform about what's happening in our town.
Oh yeah. Well, I think about beyond the Spellman Spotlight, all of the things that the Media Center has done to help promote the museum, from doing on-site visits for some of our special events. Another one of our partners partner organizations, the New England Postcard Club. You had recently produced a video for their spring show, which was a great success.
Yes.
Any number of times that we've had road shows come in where people can bring their stamps in and have them evaluated by professionals. Weston Media Center has been there to cover that. Vatican Stamp Day in October of 2024, you were there to cover that. So when it comes to getting the word out here locally, I'm hard pressed to think of any better venue than Weston Media Center, and I'm pleased to be able to look to you to have that exposure for us.
Well, thank you. I mean, this is what our mission is, connecting the community. We are a PEG channel, public education government, and you are part of that education. You know, with the Vatican Stamp Day, history, I mean, this is what we do to help the public, to educate them, let them know about the events happening in our town, and such, like you said, Vatican Stamp Day, the Postcard Club show. These are just examples of events happening in town, and I'm so grateful that our collaboration, that we have that, and we're able to promote these events, because I think it's wonderful that the town can see what's happening in the Spellman Museum, and as you have the opportunity to show with the Spellman Spotlight. So I encourage other nonprofits in town to reach out to Weston Media Center and see if there's a way that we can help, showcase, promote what you guys are doing.
Great. All right. Last thing to mention, beyond the Spotlight program, there's also the Weston Hub news site on the Weston Media Center website. And that's a place where people can go to find out information not only about our programs, but about everything that's happening in the community as well.
Yeah, the Hub is a great thing that was launched toward the end of 2024. It is a user-generated community calendar. We also have a Hub Highlights newsletter that goes out, which is curated content. So we have almost 870 subscribers to this at this time right now, and it has become a very popular piece of content that we are now producing, because years ago we lost the town crier. So getting information out there, what's happening in our town. The community's thirsty for that. And creating this community calendar has been very popular. People have been praising us for creating this. It's been a very rewarding experience being part of this. And check it out for sure, because it's a great place to find out everything that's happening in town. Right now, it's user-generated, meaning that nonprofits, town agencies can submit content to this. So it's a great place to look for content, what's happening in our town.
Great. Well, I'm looking forward to keeping this partnership going for a good long time to come.
Yes.
Nathan, you've been a great support to the Spellman Museum, and thank you again for everything you're doing, not only for the museum, but for the community as well.
It was our pleasure. Thank you.
All right, great. All right, well, that's it for the June issue of the Spellman Spotlight. We'll see you again next month.